Before Domhnall Gleeson became the red-haired villain barking orders in the Star Wars universe or the hopeless romantic in About Time, he was just another theater-loving Irish kid trying not to be overshadowed by his famous father. But behind the soft-spoken interviews and thoughtful film choices is a fascinating career full of unexpected turns. Get ready to discover more than just surface-level trivia. Here are some surprising facts about Domhnall Gleeson that might just change how you see him.
Well, we'll find out.
He was a Tony-nominated Broadway actor before Hollywood called. Domhnall Gleeson was born on the 12th of May, 1983 in Dublin, Ireland, and grew up in Malahide, County Dublin. Long before he was acting opposite Oscar Isaac in Ex Machina or flying spaceships as General Hux, Gleeson was turning heads on Broadway. In 2006, he made his Broadway debut in Martin McDonagh's dark comedy The Lieutenant of Inishmore and earned a Tony Award nomination for Best Featured Actor. He was just 23 years old at the time. This early acclaim on stage showed critics and audiences that Gleeson wasn't just riding the coattails of his famous father, he had the chops to stand on his own. His stage work, especially in dark Irish comedies, revealed a range that set him apart early on. He didn't want to be an actor at first, because of his dad. It's no secret that Domhnall is the son of acclaimed actor Brendan Gleeson, but what many fans don't know is that Domhnall actually resisted going into acting. In multiple interviews, he admitted he was worried people would say, "You only got the part because of your dad." He even considered changing his last name, but ultimately decided to embrace the Gleeson legacy. He's been candid about the pressure of being compared to his father, saying that their mutual love of storytelling helped him overcome his doubts. In hindsight, it's clear that acting runs in the family for a reason.
It's on the set of like a TV film called The Treaty, where my dad played Michael Collins, and there were free biscuits, and I remember thinking, this is the job for me.
He starred in a short film that won an Oscar. Domhnall Gleeson's film debut came in Six Shooter, a short film directed by Martin McDonagh that starred his father and went on to win the Academy Award for Best Live-Action Short Film. Gleeson played a young man grieving the loss of his mother in a darkly comic train ride from hell. It was an emotionally charged role, and he held his own alongside seasoned actors. That early brush with the Oscars foreshadowed the award-winning trajectory his career would take. 2015 was his insane breakout year, with 4 Oscar-nominated films.
There's a $70 bonus from the Rocky Mountain Fur Company to the 2 men that stays back with glass to see this through.
Some actors spend their whole careers trying to land one Oscar-caliber film. Domhnall Gleeson did it 4 times in 1 year. In 2015, he appeared in Ex Machina, Brooklyn, The Revenant, and Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Each one was either nominated for, or won, multiple Academy Awards. From playing a morally conflicted tech genius, to a tender romantic lead, to a battle-worn army captain, Gleeson showed his staggering range. And let's not forget, being a villain in Star Wars comes with its own cult following. That year cemented his status as one of the most versatile actors of his generation. He's a real-life comedy writer who raised money for Hospice Care. In 2013, Domhnall Gleeson co-wrote and starred in a series of hilarious sketches called Immaturity for Charity alongside his brother Brian. The goal? Raise money for Dublin's St. Francis Hospice, which had cared for their grandparents. It was weird, absurd, and heartfelt, and a testament to how he blends humor with purpose. One of the sketches went viral for its tongue-in-cheek PSA style, and fans praised the Gleesons for using their fame to support such a meaningful cause. The project also revealed Gleeson's writing talent, which he would later revisit in TV projects. He once played Bob Geldof and won an award for it. In the BBC film When Harvey Met Bob, Domhnall Gleeson portrayed Irish rock star and activist Bob Geldof. The film chronicled the creation of Live Aid and the tension between Geldof and promoter Harvey Goldsmith. Gleeson nailed Geldof's charisma and intensity, earning him an IFTA Award, Ireland's version of the Emmys, for Best Actor in a TV Drama. Critics praised how he captured both the bravado and vulnerability of the musician. For many viewers, it was the first time they saw Gleeson transform so completely into a real-life figure, and it wouldn't be the last. He co-created a comedy with his real brother and got their dad to guest star. In 2021, Domhnall Gleeson co-wrote and starred in Frank of Ireland, a Channel 4/Amazon comedy about 2 dysfunctional brothers. His real brother Brian played the co-lead, and their dad Brendan made a guest appearance. The show was a family affair in the best way, and proved that the Gleesons can do comedy just as well as drama. Domhnall played Frank, a failed musician in denial about his life's trajectory, and brought a hilarious mix of self-deprecation and chaos to the role. The series was praised for its offbeat humor and authentic sibling dynamic. He's not just acting, he's producing, writing, and podcasting too.
Look, I'm going to my office. If you want to talk in front of my office, then be standing in front of my office when I get to my office. If not, you can enjoy your office.
Domhnall Gleeson is quietly expanding behind the camera. He's taken on writing and producing roles, and recently voiced a character in the scripted podcast Springleaf. He also worked closely on developing The Paper, an upcoming Office spin-off where he plays a small-town newspaper editor. He described it as one of the most fun projects of his career, and revealed that John Krasinski had encouraged him to say yes when Greg Daniels reached out. With more projects in development, it's clear that Gleeson is moving into creative leadership. He's married to a film producer he met in college. Unlike many celebrities, Domhnall Gleeson keeps his personal life extremely low-key. But in 2023, he married Irish film producer Juliette Bonas, whom he met in college. They started out making short films together as students, and now they're both award-winning creatives in their own right. Bonas has produced several acclaimed Irish films, and has spoken publicly about how Gleeson's creativity inspired her early on. Though they remain private, their relationship is a sweet story of shared passion and mutual respect. He's a diehard Aston Villa fan. Domhnall Gleeson and his dad are diehard Aston Villa fans. After the club's 2015 FA Cup semi-final win, Gleeson reportedly called it one of the greatest days of my life. He may have fought in the First Order and time-traveled through romance films, but when it comes to football, he's just like the rest of us. His love for the game is well documented, and he often attends matches when not filming. Even in interviews, he's said that supporting Aston Villa is one of his longest and most enduring passions. From the stage to Star Wars, and from absurdist comedy to prestige drama, Domhnall Gleeson's career is nothing if not unpredictable. But whether he's making you laugh, cry, or squirm in your seat, he's always doing it with purpose, humility, and an Irish twinkle in his eye. He's an actor's actor, constantly evolving, always surprising. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you love discovering the untold stories behind your favorite stars, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more. See you next time.